What's happening? What's the deal? Back again. You know what it is. I ain't gotta tell you because you already know. It's Sunday. It's a fun day. Holla if you hear me. I ain't gonna lie. I had to push myself to get the fuck up and make this video because I was laying down. I went for a run today, so that's good. I ran 6 miles. I bet you can't run 6 miles, but that's cool. We ain't gonna talk about that. And I just came back and I've been laying down ever since, letting my 30-year-old knees rest, letting my kidneys heal up, you know what I'm saying? Drinking lots of water. Shout out Great Value, you know what I'm saying? I had to get myself up because, for one, a dad should not be slacking and lacking, I always gotta be on my P's and Q's, my elemental P's and Q's. You feel me? Yeah. Also, it's Sunday, it's the last day in the weekend. So I gotta start getting the family ready for tomorrow, it's gonna be a busy week. So yeah, what can I say, bro? Like, being a dada is hard. It's hard. It's overrated, When I was a kid, I always thought I was a dad. Like, I can't remember a time when I didn't think I was a dad. Let me tell you why. I got a little brother who's 4 years younger than me, and I got a little sister who's 6 years younger than me. And my mom had her problems or whatever, Long story short, I felt like I was raising them. I felt like I had a very big part in their life. And I felt like I was like a father figure to them, right? And then I had my kids. My first kid is pretty young, 14. So my whole life, bro, I just been responsible for other humans. But it wasn't until 7 years ago that I can honestly say that I've truly been a father. And that's because it's just been more consistent, and I've learned a lot more in the last 7 years than I've learned in the last 17 years, I would say. And I've also realized like how hard this shit really is, how impossible it is to get it right. I don't think fatherhood has anything to do with being correct. I don't think parenting has anything to do with being correct. I know that there's this war between motherhood and fatherhood. I really don't like to participate in that, honestly. I don't think that mothers are better than fathers. I don't think fathers are better than mothers under any circumstances. I don't care how many dicks your mother sucked. I don't care how many children your father has. I don't care if he was in your life or not. I don't care if your mom had niggas running in and out. It really doesn't matter to me. I don't compare like that. What I do kind of judge people on is just their parenting in general and their ability to fix their mistakes, right? Or their wantingness to fix their mistake, because you're gonna make mistakes, homie. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's impossible for you to know exactly what to do to get the results that you want from a human that you've never fucking met before. Do you understand what I'm saying? Not only have you never met this human before, but this human is changing and growing every fucking day. Right? My 7-year-old son is not the same son that he was 4 years ago. I'm learning him every day. You feel me? While I'm sitting here, while I get older and I become more consistent and I become more predictable, my child gets older and he becomes more inconsistent and less predictable, right? It's impossible for me to get this shit right. But I tell myself, as a father, my job is to be willing to correct it. My job is to be willing to admit when I'm wrong, be man enough to step up and try to correct it, and be smart enough and resourceful enough to provide my child with what they need to succeed. Can you dig me? But as beautiful as that sounds, that shit's hard, because at the same time, I got emotions too. On top of that, I didn't have a father or a parent around who believed in the philosophies that I believed in. So nobody is ahead of me, advising me or guiding me. You get what I'm saying? And I think that's the truth for a lot of people. I think a lot of people are out here parenting on a whim. And there's nothing wrong with that. Parent on a whim. Do what you do. But understand the situation that you're in. You know what I mean? It's like, it's going to be difficult and it's going to be rocky. The shit's not going to be peachy fucking keen. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But excuses aside, for me, I got to be more physically active in order for me to be a good father. It's important. It's important that I run every day. It's important that I fucking exercise and I just move my body because it just helps my blood flow. It helps my brain think, it just helps my energy levels, right? When I got done running and I came home and I walked in the house was still. It was dead, quiet. But I came in with my energy, with my sweat on my back, playing some music, and I turned the house up. I was able to breathe life into the house where my family lays their head, and that's important as their leader. Yesterday, I complained about how hard it is and how much pressure it is to lead a family that doesn't move without you moving. And as much as I like to complain about that, the truth of the matter is it's a fucking honor to be a leader, because that's the definition of a leader. I feel like, in a way, that's how I know that I'm a good leader. The fact that my family won't move until I move. You know what I mean? Because if I wasn't a good leader, if they didn't trust me, then they would just go out and do their own fucking thing, regardless of what the fuck I said or what the fuck I did. You know what I mean? There's a lot of kids out there that I know who have their fathers in their life and they don't listen to them. They don't follow them. They have mothers. They don't listen to them. They don't follow them. Shit, I didn't follow my mom. I mean, she wasn't really leading me anywhere, but that's actually incorrect. I actually did follow my mom. She doesn't believe this, but everything, like not everything, but the majority of the decisions that I made in my life, especially as a young adult, I made because I was following the words that my mother gave me. Love all people, don't lie, hate liars, right? My mother raised me to hate liars because she says she hate liars, being respectful to women, protecting women, keeping my nails clean, standing on the outside of the sidewalk. Like all these different values that my mother taught me, homie, I carry with me. Get my education, go to school, see the world. Unfortunately, though, it was missing a piece. Because one thing my mother was unable to teach me, and it's not her fault, but she was unable to teach me how to protect myself as a male in this world. I wouldn't say that she taught me how to protect myself as a woman. She definitely didn't teach me how to protect myself against women or just to protect myself as a male because a male has to protect himself differently than a woman does. I wouldn't say they need more protection or less, but it is different. You know what I'm saying? Everything that I've ever gotten in my life, I've gotten on my own blood, sweat, and tears. Since the moment I was 12 years old, I've had to work and I've had to figure out a way to get what the fuck I want. My mother can't say the same. Was her life hard? Hell yeah, it was hard. But it was different because she's a woman, you feel me? And she started out young too. My mother had me at 16. She started out very young. But it's a lot different. I've never had nobody give me anything. Like my wives, my girlfriends, like I provided for them. They've never provided for me. My point, I think I'm kind of lost, kind of ranting here just to get a video out. My point is that in my own way, in my own male way, I followed my mother. And then I got to a point where I wanted to lead my mother because I felt like that was the right thing to do. Or in a sense, I wanted to kind of branch off from my mother and create my own family, right? Because when you're a kid and you try to lead your mom, you realize, okay, your mom's grown. You're kind of scared to tell your mom that what she's doing is wrong, and if you do try to do it, it's not going to be received well because your mother is a fucking adult, So once I realized that, that's when I branched off and I tried to kind of be a man on my own, very young. And I don't think my mother realizes that that's a step in a male's life that he has to take. And that doesn't mean that I was being disobedient to her. That doesn't mean I was being disrespectful to her. She's told me many a times that she felt like I felt like she was a bad mother because of the decisions that I made. But I've never thought of that until very recently. Like, honestly, I never really considered my mom to be a bad mom until very recently when I got my grown-up brain and I started seeing life for what it is. My mom made a lot of mistakes. And 2 to 3 years ago, when I realized the intensity of those mistakes And I realized she was unable to admit and really own up to those mistakes because she's still a woman, just like every woman that I've ever dated. I was very, very, very angry. But I'm very understanding as well. I'm very understanding and I get it. You know what I mean? It's hard to be a fucking leader. And so I'm not trying to make this video about my mom. She's gonna have her own little video coming up soon. But anyway, let's talk about my next ventures. April's almost over, bro. We got what? 2 more days left in April. And my birthday month is coming up. And I really want to spice it up with my whole content creating shit, with this whole job that I've created for myself. I want to take this shit to the next level. But I'm not going to lie to you, bro. I don't got the energy to do nothing more than what I'm doing. I haven't forced myself to have the energy, And I'm running out of time. What am I going to do? There's a lot of work to be done. And I'm never going to be able to get this work done if I'm too busy crying and being fucking emotional. You know what I mean? It's time for me to man the fuck up, put my feelings to the side for a second and try to accomplish some things, Even if it's only for 31 days. I'm tired of crying. Yeah, I'm tired of crying. And I think I know how to put my feelings to the side without becoming bitter and without generating hate. Because I'm on the border of bitterness and hate because there's a lot of people that I feel like could have done better in my life that didn't and still choose not to. And it'd be so easy to just react to those things. But that's not the man that I want to be. I don't want to react to anybody's actions or anybody's decisions, you know what I mean? I just want to create my own decisions and create my own actions based off of the results that I want, not based off of what happened to me. You get what I'm saying? Just trying to stay focused, trying to stay above water, regular shit. I was going to sit on here for about 10 more minutes, but I'm not forcing it. Why force it when I know you're going to love me regardless? I love you, bro. Keep your head up. Never get fed up. Stock your motherfucking bread up if nothing else. Some. Popcorn. Play. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Okay? Holla at your boy.